Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rift Podcast Project. Today we have two returning guests and a new guest. So we've got Chris and Sebastian, who you might recognize from zero point 0.5.
Hello.
Other episode I was in.
Oh, yeah, and Sebastian, this is your third episode.
Yeah.
And we've got a new guest, Campbell.
Yeah,
Hello.
Say hello.
I said that.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right, so like we always do in this show, we're just going to jump right into the topics.
A little bit behind. We spent over an hour just trying to decide.
I don't think it was over an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
It was
So
sort
many
of pitiful.
people prepared.
Yeah, really.
Uh,
Anyway, fine.
I think
Anyway,
that
so
we're all
the
friends.
first topic
so we
that
all know
we-
enough.
yeah, we're all friends, so we
As in, we already know enough about each other that we can't really find an interesting topic.
Yeah.
That would be,
Anyway,
Yeah,
just
that'd
be talking about something
Anyways,
new.
let's get on a topic.
A thing that we all do is tabletop games and like D&D.
Whoa.
Chris, do you want to take it away with that?
I mean, I guess.
How about you explain to people who just live under a rock and don't know what D&D is? How about you just explain what D&D is?
It's a very broad and hard to define question. Well, D&D
It's a
is.
war game that pretends to be an RPG.
Give like the
All right,
D&D 101.
Okay,
Doesn't make-
stop. Just okay. This is what we were worried about. Just
This
calm
will not-
down for a second.
It's exactly the same thing it was before we started recording.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I guess D&D 101. I mean, what do you want me to say? It's a tabletop RPG that has like it's a tabletop RPG. It's essentially like the one people think of when they think tabletop RPG.
But what if people don't know what that is?
Yeah.
I mean,
Tabletop RPG
Explain
is.
what
Explain what
if you
tabletop
don't know
RPG
it,
is.
if you don't know, it's a tabletop role playing game. Like
But what is that?
it's
Like
where you.
Monopoly?
Yeah, Chris, I don't know what roleplay is.
Yeah, I mean... it
Why
sounds
are you
like it
putting
describes
this all on
Monopoly.
me? Why are you putting this all on me? I mean, technically, Monopoly could be a role playing game if you think of yourself as the like
Actual like investor.
stock-
Homeowner?
yeah, as
Yeah.
the like homeowner. But it's
As
just
a
Yeah.
it's a
psychopath.
game. It's a game where you play a character that is not yourself. So
No.
most video games are actually role playing games,
Huh.
Yes, I would
The more
assume
you
so.
know.
but tabletop role playing games like D&D have like it's all in person and everything
Yeah.
usually.
Actually, would a strategy game be considered a role-playing game? Something like Civ?
I guess. I mean, if you want to
If
get
you are
in-depth,
assuming the role of a specific leader, sure.
Yeah.
This
Interesting.
is semantics.
It's interesting semantics.
No, it's not.
I don't think it is. Just
So can you explain
maybe
like, the
annoying.
general
You
parts
guys
of
are,
like a general
right.
like a D&D campaign? Like what are the different parts? Like the DM story. Chris doesn't,
Why is this
Chris doesn't have to
suddenly
do all the
Chris's
talking.
job?
Campbell
I
can
mean-
talk.
Okay,
I mean,
so I mean,
Yeah, so they should-
Samir, there's two parts to D&D. There's the DM is the person who makes the
Players.
story, makes the world, controls the enemies, controls like the non-playable characters, like the NPCs, the
Kills
people you
Tyler.
meet, and stuff like that. And then there's the players who control their characters.
Yeah.
Like it's
And
not.
to an extent, they control the DM as well.
That is what I want to do.
No, that's not true.
Oh, they make the DM go
They
insane.
make the DM go insane. They nitpick every little detail. They find pigs. They started lucrative pig farming business.
Okay, thank
That
you
was-
for inside jokes that no one will understand.
I don't need them to understand it.
And thus make bad podcast material. Anyway,
Pessimistic. You call me a pessimist about this.
Yeah.
Campbell, I know Chris does a lot of DMing, but you also do a lot of DMing. And like what's like the
More
process?
than Chris.
What's the
Campbell
process
promotes
behind
DMing.
DMing? What's your
Well,
process?
I think that it's a different process for everyone.
It is.
And I don't
It's
even
real
think I'm good. I don't think I'm good enough of a DM to like be a good resource. But
Yeah, I think
usually
we should,
you just
ask Chris about it.
stop. I'm not a
Chris
good
is
enough.
the people that
I don't know.
talking.
I'm not a good enough DM to say what it is either. Because okay,
I don't know.
DMing
You're
is
both
weird
good
because
DMs.
it's not just for your. It's not just what you want. You have to tailor it to your group, which is
Because
like
the point of the campaign is for the players to have fun.
well, it's for everyone to have fun.
Oh.
Everyone to have fun.
just to kill off as many players as possible.
No, it is not. You're
It's
just a
not. I mean,
psychopath.
Yeah.
But
Aren't we
you're
all
you're
there, Chris?
you're the edgy realist who's obsessed with playing games where everything has a chance of instantly killing you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu technically has that chance, but I think it's more. I think some of those games.
I
Can
don't
be really
know.
fun.
Call of Cthulhu, I think, is especially hard to run, just because
Yeah,
we
you
can't.
You need to make it serious, but we don't.
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
hard to run because it's a game that's entirely about atmosphere.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, and it's hard to be
it's entirely about like sort of bringing in that creeping like horror feeling. But if
The
you're with a
unknown.
bunch of your friends that just don't take like the game seriously, which is expected from a group of friends, like
Yeah.
it's just not gonna happen.
Also, when ridiculous stuff happens in the game, like the jellyfish.
The
Yeah.
jelly.
For those
Yeah.
people in the
Or
audience
your
who
eyes get
don't
eaten by an
know
eel.
what Call of Cthulhu is,
I thought
it's like
Call
the
of
German
Cthulhu is
Dutch
a-
version of
Call of
D&D.
It's not
Sort
okay.
of.
No,
It's not. It
Call
has
of-
nothing
it's
like
similar to
It's
D and
nothing-
D, and it's similar to D and D in that it's a tabletop role playing game. Other than that, it's nothing like D and D.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about, but
It's it's like it's tabletop game. They're all the same.
no,
gonna get a lot
Not
of
all
hate for that.
tabletop games are the same. Some are just worse, and some are like
Some of-
by far better.
yeah.
They're pretty different.
Well, a lot of
most-
them are different. It's a completely different die-based system. The system is completely different. There are different rules and everything. It's
And
just
they don't encourage combat too much.
yeah, unlike D and D, which is
D&D,
highly
you don't-
centered around combat.
Yeah.
And then has some aspects of role playing tossed in.
Well, I don't know.
Huh.
It's most
It's
role playing
important in
games can be sorta what you want them to be.
Yeah.
Well,
it
yeah.
kinda
I mean,
depends on
you
the
could
group.
make Call of Cthulhu a Doom-like game where you just go around shooting demons.
You'd just
But-
be
Yeah,
but the
highly. It
system
would
would
just
be
be
very
highly
well-
It
lethal.
would just be highly lethal.
Oh, yeah, but also the system wouldn't really be that well put together for some.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're
Combat
better
is very basic. The combat is kind of
Yeah, like
basic.
a game like Only War would be a lot better for that.
We're not. I don't
The
want to.
ideal
I don't want to
system.
get into the GW based RPGs.
I,
mean,
but the
they're fun,
idea,
though.
I think Only War
War
is
is a lot of
ideal.
I
Only
don't
War's a
know.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the entire point
It's
of Only
weird.
War is just that you can throw away your characters like tissue paper.
I don't know if
Except-
that's entirely
Except
true. I don't think we've.
surprisingly like sturdy.
Sebastian, do you want to explain what Only War is for people who just like have gotten lost right now?
You can look it up. I think that anyone who
Anyone
has,
who's
like, didn't
actually
know what an
interested
RPG
enough
is has
to,
left.
like, yeah,
So like
anyone who's
who's been
actually
interested in
interested.
tabletop RPGs
One's
is now
listening.
gone.
Yeah,
agree.
this is a
It's
bad
fine. I
topic
mean,
to start
if
with.
Just
you
give like
want
the
me to
10-second
explain.
summary. Just give like the 10
Well,
second
okay,
summary.
Only
10
War
second
is a-
summary of Only War.
Samir,
40K
that's not how that
universe.
works.
Oh, you don't need to. I don't want him like to say every aspect. Just like
Also,
give,
Samir, as
tell
soon as you
people
start talking
how
about
it
Only
is.
War, you have to go into 40K.
Yeah.
You don't. In
Yeah.
Only War, you're just a futuristic like soldier, basically. That's kind of it.
Whose
Sort
life
of.
is
And it's all
worthless
most of the
and-
point is. The whole point of it is that you're kind of replaceable, and you're just like a basic soldier.
You're not
in this-
kind of. You're
in a big sort of
incredibly
universe.
replaceable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are one
Yeah,
in
that's
a
the whole
galaxy
point.
of trillions,
Yep.
Yeah. Isn't
That's
it like
the entire
hundreds of
point.
trillions or something?
something like that. I
Probably.
don't know.
It's beyond the whatever. But I
Yeah,
say we
and the
move on
army
to
is-
another
yeah,
topic
okay,
because
yeah.
Samir's this is quickly going out of control.
This is
I don't think
finally
anyone
all
knows
they-
what we're talking about.
That is very
Not
bad.
anymore. No, it's
Right.
great.
So going on from tabletop games, another thing that a lot of us share is a lot of us were Boy Scouts, part of the Boy Scouts of
Imagine.
America.
Except Seb.
Except me.
Sebastian.
I've never been a Boy Scout. I'm not someone like them.
Are you in Cub Scouts?
No, I've never done any sort of Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
did set up a tent once, and Samir really wanted you to talk about that.
Yeah, what are we
It
talking
was
about? My
once,
tent?
like 2 weeks ago.
Two-
Do you
my
wanna
first time setting up
describe-
a tent was 2 weeks ago.
Well,
Experience?
Describe the experience of setting up a tent.
it
For
was in the
people who
pitch of
don't
the
know,
night. You hear
yeah.
the birds chirping, the flies buzzing, and Campbell, Chris, Tyler, and I.
You get
were inside of a backyard.
So
What?
this has nothing to do with Boy Scouts. It's just
No,
Sebastian's
it
not a
doesn't.
Boy
We're not-
Scout, and he's actually never gone camping before, and he recently
No,
went
no,
camping for the first time.
It wasn't
Well,
even
I-
really camping. It was
You-
in someone's
you were in the
backyard.
We're in a
His
backyard.
backyard, and he put a tent up.
I mean,
It's
Yeah.
your
I've gone
first time
hiking
sleeping in a
before.
tent. You want to
Look.
like talk about that experience?
What?
Was it
hot,
eye-opening?
sweaty, and uncomfortable.
I don't
Well,
know.
it's
Camping is
summer.
not all it's
Well, in the
cracked
morning.
up to be.
Well, it depends
Yeah, it
where
really
you
is.
camp and who you're camping with. At least to me,
Okay, if you're camping, like you don't have access to toilets. I feel like that'd be very
they go.
uncomfortable.
You know,
I
you're in
don't know.
the wilderness.
I
Join.
honestly
I don't
don't
want to dig a
know.
hole to.
If I'm
use
being
the
perfectly
bathroom.
honest, I don't know how I feel about Boy Scouts. On one level, I think it's worth it because I met like you all and my main group of friends through it.
Yeah.
But like
Ouch.
on another level, apparently it's not even that useful for college.
I mean, no, because
What?
everyone's a Boy Scout.
Eagle
So
Scout
like
rank.
you
Well,
being a
the
Boy
Eagle
Scout is
Scout rank.
special.
No, Seb, it's not just being a Boy Scout. Like getting all the way through Boy Scouts is the thing that a lot of
Yeah.
people don't do. And
Yeah.
the thing they say, I believe they specifically said, yeah, if you're an Eagle Scout, cool, but it probably won't really help that much because if you're gonna bother putting Boy Scouts on like your college resume or whatever application, that's the word, then you're gonna be an Eagle Scout.
That's fair.
Yeah, exactly. So like you don't. It doesn't really help you stand out. If anything, if you're not a Boy Scout, that's standing out.
No, that's a
Yes.
much higher percentage of people.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to waste so much time.
I didn't have a
It's
choice.
Really?
Seb, you'd think we had a choice?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
no,
always
but I
wanted to be a
assumed
Boy
eventually
Scout.
your parents gave you the choice to quit if
No.
you wanted to. Oh, they never let you
No.
quit?
I had a choice.
So would you have quit if you had the option?
Yeah,
You
if you had
quit?
the option to
I
just
thought we had a
stop
lot of
quitting,
fun in
would you?
Boy Scouts. Like,
At this point, I had sunk so much time into it already.
Well, no, I'm
Sunk
not saying
cost
at this point.
fallacy.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like a few years ago, if they'd given you the option to quit, would you have?
I
No.
don't know. I think
If you could go back in time and have like never done Boy Scouts,
your
would
first
you
day of Boy
do it?
Scouts. You could
Yeah,
have
if
just
you
walked
could
out the
make it so
door.
you've never done Boy Scouts, would you do that?
He's thinking
Chris.
about it.
What? Sorry, say that again.
Deep concentration.
If you could make it so that you've never done
Go
Boy-
back in
never did
time.
Boy Scouts, would you do
That's
that?
hypothetical.
Probably not, because then I wouldn't know you people.
That's
But-
true.
Oh, you wouldn't know. I mean, I guess
I mean-
Samir.
Well, no, Chris,
Yeah.
you'd still know me.
Maybe.
Eh,
Well, actually, no. Wait, if you wouldn't know Samir, then you wouldn't know me because I was friends with Samir first,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's how I met all of you all through the
Poor you.
Discord. I know.
Yeah.
Poor me. What a shame. I wasn't at the super overly expensive middle school and elementary school.
Oh.
so
Like
in
way
terms of-
overpriced.
There's a lot of fun stuff. Like the camping
Jesus
trip, it
Christ.
depends. Like the relaxed camping trips in Boy Scouts, like not the ones where you have to do it to, like requirements and stuff, but like the ones where you're just chilling.
I think
those
the
were fun.
no, I think the summer
I think-
camps were the best.
Yeah, those were
I
cool.
think so too.
Like-
I think that
do a summer
camping
camp.
without
Do a
having to worry
summer
about
camp.
requirements was fun.
Superior sport.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Why didn't you do Philmont? Missed
Me?
out.
Oh, I was going to do
Samir.
Philmont.
I know. Well, Samir was going to do Philmont. I don't.
I didn't.
You never were going to.
And then it like burned down.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
It's
Philmont did indeed burn down, which was kind of fortunate.
Wait,
I don't know.
Philmont isn't the same place we go for cross country. That's a different place.
No,
You
no,
no. Philmont is like
Philmont is a
Philmont's in New
giant like
Mexico.
hiking like place in New Mexico.
in New Mexico.
New
in, like
Mexico.
the wilderness. You wander around for like a week or so.
Oh yeah, do you want to
Oh
talk
wait, yeah,
about
you did
Philmont
that over the
Campbell?
summer, didn't you?
Not really, no. Anyway,
I think I honestly think the best parts of Boy Scouts were the summer camps or like I don't know.
sneaking your phone onto the campouts. And
Yeah.
You have
That's-
one battery charge.
Yeah.
You better make good use of it.
Well, a lot of people.
that's
bought
assuming you
portable
don't
batteries.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't sneak in a charger as well.
Yeah.
That's what most people did because they're smart. If you don't do
Okay,
that,
yeah,
you're a
where would you
fool.
find- where would you find an outlet?
There's no outlets in the middle of the woods.
oh, you bring you a portable charger.
You bring a generator and like a little section of wall with an outlet in it. Like what?
Oh, okay,
it's
that's
called a portable charger. Common.
No, Seb was talking about outlets. There are no outlets on these camping
Oh.
places. We
Well,
It's
no,
like-
there might be
A charger.
sometimes.
well, if
there's
you
no-
go to,
It depends if we had like a
Pavilion.
building. Like
if you
there-
go to like the cabin camping ones, which
There
are
was
always
one-
worse.
I don't know. Well, there was that one time where we got like the really nice. Like, there's usually a group of cabins, but then there was one trip where we got like the really nice cabin. And
Yeah.
that
That's
was
the
pretty
birth
sick.
of like our D&D stuff because that's when we started doing it.
It was.
The
I'm talking about the
cabin.
other one. That was like a nice cabin, but there's one cabin in that cabin area where it was like a
Talking
log
about Camp
cabin with,
Snyder.
like,
That's the only cabin camping I've done.
no, I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys were there, but it was
I
like
was
we had like a popcorn machine in the
Since-
cabin.
Seb might have
It was
been
actually
there.
really awesome.
I think
Definitely wasn't
my
there. That
philosophy
sounds
with
wrong.
camping with Boy Scouts was my dad made me do every single camp out like over like forever until I got enough to not or to have the required amount for the camping merit badge, and then I was done and I never did another one.
I thought you
Nice.
came with us
I
occasionally.
think by the time that happens, all your
Well,
friends.
Samir,
finish
I
doing
got
that.
them.
There's no point in going into
I
the
got
campouts,
them.
'cause you're just
I got them, and then I also went to summer camps because the summer camps were way easier to earn merit badges at because all like the merit badge counselors are just like people who are our age or a little bit over our age now
Yeah.
and just
Oh, man.
don't care. So it's just like, sure, you did
Oh,
like
wow.
a
You did, like,
quarter
the
of this.
minimum
You
requirement.
have the requirement.
As long
Whoa,
as you
dude,
were there every
I am
day for the
This
week,
is not
you got the
tying
merit
merit
badge.
badge.
Yeah, cooking, like the cooking merit badge is normally like over 2 months of work. There we did it in like a week, and all we did was like smash some eggs and like cheese together.
No, the cooking merit
to
badge
make
was
pasta.
awful
That's
because
the only thing you can ever cook.
I was
good.
getting the cooking merit badge that week, and then I got food poisoning on the last day.
That
And
sucks.
then it took like months for me to finish that last day amount of requirements for the cooking merit badge.
Boy Scouts
That's
is
great.
weird. Boy
Well,
Scouts-
I think
Samir,
the
think
bigger
about this
the
way.
bureaucracy is the
Because
worst
you got
part.
that cooking,
The
because you
paperwork.
got that cooking merit badge, you were able to make good chicken for human health
Merit
and
badge
sexuality.
has helped me
Did that give
not
you-
at all for cooking.
Did that give you salmonella when you had
Oh,
it
it
or
gave
something?
Samir. I didn't get it.
I
Samir
didn't-
got it.
You got salmonella.
No, we
Samir
didn't.
gave him
I
something.
just had some problems after it. I don't think it was connected to the food.
Okay, fine.
Oh.
It couldn't
Whatever.
be because I didn't
Sure,
get it.
sure.
It.
It's because you missed the last day.
sad because I actually like cooking a lot, and that was like
That
probably
was
the worst
fun. I
meal I've
enjoyed
cooked.
that. We made a video that I didn't get to watch.
Yeah.
I sent
Anyway.
it to you.
No,
So
you didn't.
what
Yeah.
else was there in Boy Scouts? I don't know. Oh, the high adventure camps.
Well, yeah, film
That's
on.
the-
Sea base was
That's
the best.
Seabase and Philmont, right?
Man.
Philmont is one of the high adventure camps.
I went to Sea
I'd
Base.
really want to do space again, but we never will.
Seabase was great.
Yeah,
That
you
get completely
basically, for
destroyed.
people who don't know what Sea Base is, you kind of live on a boat for a week.
Yeah, it was
That sounds
It's
great.
really bad.
Yeah.
If
No,
you're
it was
Samir, but
it was
it's
awful.
No,
Or
I'm
it
saying
was-
for us,
sorry,
it
not
was
awful.
really
It was
good.
amazing.
It was good.
Our cap,
Wait,
yeah,
why?
I'm saying
because
Samir's
we
experience sounds bad.
Mine was
you all
different
had
from
like
you
an
guys.
angry French captain, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was.
Me.
An angry,
They were,
like, Irish
well, like,
captain,
it
but
was
he was
like,
also
he
He
nice.
wasn't
husband and
Irish. He
wife.
was like British or something.
No, it was
No,
a
oh,
husband
no, he
and
had a
wife.
British accent.
The man was like a French captain. He was like actually French, and he
Yeah.
just went to
He
bed
didn't
early.
even speak English.
Our guy was
That's what I
a
gave you.
our guy was an like English captain, and we lived on his like old racing sailboat that was super fast. And he
Really?
also got drunk like halfway through the day, so
Wow,
like every day. So
it seems like
Whoa.
a very different experience from mine.
it was great.
It
It was-
was.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know. My sea base experience was different, but I think
It was
I
so
I
much
enjoyed
fun.
mine as well.
There
You're
was
just coping.
it was a
Samir.
lot of fun, I think. I would definitely do it again. I don't know. I think just the worst parts of that trip were just walking around like on islands and not being on the boat. The boat was great.
The boat was great.
I remember
Yeah.
like halfway through the week we had to wash like our hair with like dish soap or something.
Really?
Like that.
Well,
I
yeah,
remember with
because
the
on
guy.
because on all the Boy Scout like week long or more trips, you have to like shower at least once.
You didn't shower like often?
We
You
were
surrounded by water.
we had things to do, Samir. We would wake
we
up,
went
eat
off the
food, and then
island.
we'd sail.
Oh, we would like shower. I don't think we showered every day, but we showered
We
like every other
slept like on the boat and
day.
everything.
Yeah, we did.
Well, there wasn't a shower on. Yeah, there's no shower.
There
on the
wasn't a
boat.
shower on
Well,
our
not like an
boat.
actual shower. You just dump
Yeah, there's a
water on you
bathroom.
and like rub yourself with soap. That's
No,
it.
we just would
Alright.
like go to sleep. We'd pull out
Yeah.
our mat, we'd put like or whatever the blanket was, go to sleep, wake up, and repeat the process.
Oh, yeah, sunscreen just did nothing.
Oh no, it helped for
Why
me.
would you wear
You had
sunscreen?
to,
Well,
Samir,
you
you had to
had-
keep
well, no.
applying it. You didn't
Yeah,
just do it once.
Yeah, we did like
Well,
every
the
day.
thing is,
like,
DC,
you
you
still
had to
get
get-
tanned and
No,
burned.
Samir, you need to do it more than once a day.
Yeah, of course.
Probably had the bad sunscreen that was like it's specifically made so it doesn't hurt any of the coral. But I've heard it's kind of bad.
No, he actually
Anyway.
said something. He said something about that. There was like a specific type of sunscreen that was like supposedly made so it doesn't hurt stuff, but he hated it because some kid like came and got it all over his cushions or something, and it just didn't come off.
That's what he said.
I feel like that's hurting the cushions. So I
Yeah.
think their
Was
marketing is lying.
it?
Get back to the factory.
I don't know.
I agree. I think
D-Base
that's
is
everything.
great.
All their products.
I agree.
Mm.
Anyway, I don't know. What else
So,
do we want
You
to
guys want to keep
cover? Or
talking
is-
about breakups, or do you want to move to
well,
the
those
next
are the only two topics that we came up with in
topic?
our
The next
hour.
thing we
Was
could talk
We have
about
like
is,
books or
movies.
whatever, or
Yeah,
movies.
I don't
really wanna-
I don't know. If
I
we're talking about movies,
What
like
movies are you guys into?
I don't like
not
superhero
really that
movies.
Really? I love superhero movies. I watched
I don't like
Endgame
them.
yesterday.
we know.
We
We
know
watched
you like
it
them. You're
yesterday.
obsessed with them.
Yo, I
Yeah.
can't watch Endgame without crying.
They're
It's
oh my god! Wow,
That's just sad.
pitiful.
It's so good.
It's not.
All
Tony
the
Stark-
superhero, especially the Marvel movies are like the Marvel movies are the ones that are more popular, and they're all the same. They all have the same exact formula, and I don't like it.
Yeah, but I think we can
Too
all
late to be-
agree that
Iron
Iron
Man
Man.
is pretty similar. But that's what makes them so successful. It's because people like that formula.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's good. You should change it up a little bit.
Well, they do. Well, they did a lot. Well, the earlier movies, I think, followed a really similar formula.
They
but
all follow the same formula.
in the later movies, it was a bit different-ish.
It's not really. It's always like, here's hero, here's backstory of hero, here's villain. Oh, and then like villain does stuff. Hero
think
fights
there's
villain.
more-
Oh, but then first villain wasn't real villain. Here's the actual
Oh.
villain.
When does that happen? Like, I don't think that
That
happens in
happened
every single
Iron Man
Marvel
3,
movie.
where there's like the
Yeah,
fake
there's always
Mandarin
a
and then there's the
second
real
villain.
Mandarin.
But I don't think that happened in every single Marvel movie.
It wasn't every single
What
movie.
story
Happened
are
in
you
a
gonna
lot
talk
of them.
about?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Did
what story are you-
Infinity War was.
Seb, I cannot hear a single thing you're saying. It sounds like you're in a train car moving past me like at 100 miles an hour over and over.
Really
just keep
specific
hearing,
thing.
I just keep hearing like, Chris.
Oh, well,
I'm sorry if everyone's ears.
I mean, you could. I'm sure you can mess with the audio to do.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure
can
you
make
edit
my
these
voice
a lot.
less
Yeah, but I don't edit much of these videos because I need to keep like the
I
raw
know.
emotion.
because you're lazy.
The raw emotion.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not laziness.
Yeah.
It's
It is laziness. It is absolutely laziness.
This is great content, and if you think this is great content, make sure to like down below and subscribe to this channel.
Oh, really?
At the end of the at the end of the episode.
No,
You're
It
gonna
should
throw
be.
it
I
in
They
just
should
need
just
to
end
plug.
it there.
Yeah.
Episode over. Done.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
really. Anyway, I don't know. I've stopped watching
What's the
movies.
timestamp?
Really?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
the time, Samir?
I think
I
we're at
don't-
around 24 minutes.
Oh,
Great.
no.
So
6 more minutes. Oh God.
Well, no,
I
usually
think I
it's
think we're
about
going to.
35.
I think we should
Sometimes
go to an hour. I think that's
we have 16.
I don't know.
this is sort of the big
The
episode.
cutoff for these episodes are usually 40 minutes. So we
Yeah.
might get-
Anyway,
I think we should talk about this podcast. I think that your podcast needs to be
we're
longer.
not gonna.
On the
Getting meta
podcast.
is not a good idea.
It's not meta. I think that we just need to talk about ways to. This podcast has some elements that
This is
could
just
be
gonna be
improved.
us
I think.
ripping apart Samir's passion project for 16 minutes.
That's good.
Please don't.
Great. Okay, so
I mean, there's no criticism he hasn't heard from us before.
We should just
Sure.
talk about every episode.
Samir, you
no.
should put one on one.
I'm the only
Fine.
person who's watched all the other episodes.
Yeah, I've only watched 2
Yeah.
of the episodes, Samir.
I've watched like 2.
Yeah, what's
Episode
two?
0.5 was very long. It was like an hour.
Smear, I'm the one. I'm the one who's most critical, but I'm also the only one who's actually
Watch
cares
all the
about watching the
episodes.
podcasts.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also,
The episodes
longer
you're on,
episodes,
you
the
don't have
better.
to watch.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Except
I
one
don't
of the
know.
only two
I mean, I'm
episodes.
definitely not gonna watch this one because I don't like
Don't.
listening to.
You don't like listening to your own voice.
I also
I don't
think
think
this isn't a
anyone
great episode.
No one.
does. I think this is the
for
better
the
episode.
listeners, next episode is episode 10, and we're gonna be doing something kind of special for that episode. So
What is it? Can you
Oh,
give?
man.
You have to give like a teaser of
Yeah,
some
give it
kind.
a
yeah,
teaser.
that's the teaser. That's it.
It's gonna be you
It's
and your
not.
parents.
No.
Yeah.
Uh,
Family members.
No.
No, Samir's gonna propose in mid podcast
I'm gonna propose.
To who?
Oh no,
to
we'll
his
see.
girlfriend. You don't know?
Yeah,
Let's
secret.
Sebastian, probably.
watch out for episode 10.
Yeah. Anyway,
Not gonna be honest.
So, Chris, you're saying you don't watch movies anymore?
no, I
I don't
don't think
think
I
I-
like movies that much because I don't think I have the attention span for it usually, and I just don't like sitting still that long. Also, like, there's so much other content on like YouTube and stuff. That's what that's what I watch mostly. YouTube or like other things. I like stuff to be
YouTube.
long because I watch stuff while I'm like playing a game or something.
Mhm.
And so I don't want to have to like constantly be switching videos.
Well, I mean, if I'm
So-
doing that, I just listen to music.
That's psychotic.
Music gets boring
I
though.
like listening to
Yeah.
music.
I can listen to music for a while, but I can't listen to it for like the 4 hours I'm going to be doing something.
Wow,
Yeah.
not even. Are you telling me you can't even listen to the same song for 4 hours?
No, that's psychotic.
That's kind of weird.
Look, I had to do that for my graphing project.
You didn't have to.
Like,
You
yeah,
chose
someone forced
to.
you to.
They had a gun to my head and they made me listen to like.
Oh, I just
It's the
realized
only way I
next
could stay
episode-
awake.
Next
Look, if I
episode's
didn't
not
do that, I would have
episode
fallen asleep at my desk working on the
Yeah, but-
graphing project.
I
Say
said
for the
the
next
5
episode.
a.m., okay?
Let him finish. What about the next episode?
next episode
yeah,
is not
honestly.
episode 10. Sorry. Episode 10 is the special one. Next episode, still
Which
gonna be
episode is-
special. It's
is
not gonna be
Why
this?
are
that
we?
special.
I'm so confused.
What?
If you weren't done talking about episode 10, why did you refer to me to start talking about movies?
Well, I kind of forgot
Yeah.
about it. I
Oh
forgot
my
this
God.
one's episode 8.
This is episode 8?
Well, technically, it's the 9th episode because we had
Exactly.
0.5. But yeah,
It just
Which
makes
is here.
episode point. We name episode 0.5 episode 1.
no,
Just. My God.
it's great.
No, it's not. It just makes the convention so much. Like, you're gonna be on your 100th episode, but it'll actually be episode 99.
Imagine
Well,
doing
you guys
100
wanna do,
episodes
like,
on this.
books or something.
That's really mean.
100 episodes would be 2 years worth. They'd be in college already.
Sebastian.
Actually, that's
What?
an important question, Samir. When are you
I
going
don't-
to
Wait, what?
include this? What are your
How many-
long-term plans for this
Yeah,
podcast?
how long do you want to keep this podcast running?
As long as I can, I hope.
That's a
Uh,
really bad answer.
So, are you gonna continue
Um,
it in college?
Hopefully, maybe.
You'll find more interesting people.
Yeah. Like, that's the main thing, A lot of these episodes have been people I know, but I have had people who like I knew of, but not really like talked to
Like
them.
Julie, Nick, Fred.
They were great to have on, and I'm hoping to branch out to other people who like I
Anyone
haven't
who's
met
not in
before.
your grade.
Yeah.
Samir, you've met like
This is just your
nobody.
excuse
What?
to meet new people.
I don't know.
I've met
Yeah,
everybody
I've
on
never
the
seen you meet
podcast.
a person before.
I don't know. Speaking of like things like this, I guess is there anything anyone here like actually wants to like try doing? Because I've thought about
What do you
like
mean?
I don't know. I sort of want to try. I mentioned this to at least Campbell before I know this. I sort of want to try making music.
Oh.
Ooh.
Um,
You wanna
I
try that?
just-
You talk to
I-
Nick is Nick
Yeah.
and Truman make a
From
lot
the
of
last
music.
episode,
I
makes
just
music.
don't have a great way to do it.
Like, you want to make instrumentals or like?
No,
are
no,
you gonna do
maybe I don't know. It would have to sort of depend.
Yeah,
I
you
probably
just-
wouldn't. I probably wouldn't do vocals. I just
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to do vocals, you just ask.
Julie.
You You could ask Julie. You
Yeah,
could ask
you could ask
Sky,
one
you
guy.
could ask-
Yeah, I know. But like, I don't know. It sort of depends.
I'll do the vocals.
The real problem is that I was gonna mess with GarageBand because it's free, and then
Yeah.
I bought like a bunch of like expansion things for it. But
Okay.
then the Mac I was gonna do it on is like probably over 10 years old, and I
Oh.
turned it on, and then the plug frayed, like the charging plug frayed a little bit, and then the entire computer shut off, and now it won't go past like loading, like the
Oh,
front,
no.
like the first image.
Oh, dear.
The
no.
battery is just totally shot.
10
Does
years.
that mean that like you've lost all the expansions too?
Well, no, because it's tied to your Apple account.
Yeah, it's tied for the Apple
Okay.
account.
No, I wasn't sure how that worked.
Also, I bought it on my like phone, and then I was gonna try to make stuff on my phone, but then I learned that's a terrible idea because
Oh yeah, why would you ever want to do something on your phone?
exactly. I don't know. I sort of wanted to try streaming at one point.
Oh,
What would you stream?
what game? Yeah, what game would you stream?
I don't know.
You
That's a
could rate-
good question. I might just
What,
stream
Fortnite?
No, definitely
No,
not.
Binding of Isaac?
I mean, that's
Yeah,
how you get
I
I
subs.
mean,
You play
honestly,
so much
maybe.
of it, so maybe.
I might play Binding of Isaac. I was also thinking maybe Darkest Dungeon or something.
I'd watch.
I don't think Darkest Dungeon is to watch.
I wouldn't.
Well, no. Actually,
That's
there
because
are a
you
lot
don't
of
watch
there are a
Let's
lot
Plays.
of Darkest Dungeon streamers.
Yeah. Well,
It's like surprising.
I feel like for any game, there's going to be a lot of streamers.
I can't
Yeah.
even open the game anymore.
And
It
then
just crashes every time I
it's
try
all, like Binding of Isaac has a weirdly large streaming community too. So I don't know.
It's a really popular game.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
Binding of
yeah.
Isaac is like it's a definer of indie roguelikes.
Well, yeah, it's like
To the
The
point
OG.
where I'm not even sure it can be really called an indie game anymore because it's so mainstream.
well, I mean, an indie game can be considered mainstream.
I guess
Like,
indie is more of just like it's not quite like
type of
anything
game.
else.
Yeah.
Like what? Isn't Undertale an indie game?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's like incredibly mainstream.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Sure.
It's weird.
I don't think it's mainstream to the point where like the average person knows what it is. I think the average person knows what like Call of Duty is. I don't
Yeah.
I don't
think
know.
if you went up to a random person, I don't think they know what
I
Undertale
think
is.
the difference between indie and like AAA is just who made it. I think more than
Well,
anything.
I think it's the production budget. The production budget.
I don't
Because
know about
AAA,
that.
they
A
throw
lot of indie games
multiple
have a
zeros
lot
at
of
it.
money poured into them.
That's true. I'm just going to
Well,
Google
I think. Well, there's indie
it.
Kickstarters,
Indie games.
which are like,
What are you talking about this?
Why not?
Why not?
why not? Yeah,
Okay,
you're
so
critical, Campbell.
This is the definition from
I'm still on the
Wikipedia.
critical of the podcast part.
Indie game. In the video game industry, an independent game refers to games typically created by individuals or smaller development teams without
Yeah,
the
so I
financial
was right.
support of a large game
It's just the
publisher.
size. It's just the amount of people that work on it.
It's the size of the studio or the relevance of the
Pretty much
studio.
right. Yeah, you guys were both pretty much right.
I mean, because bigger studios throw more money at projects.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
I guess that's indie games. Boom. There you go.
Yeah. I don't think I'd ever. I think everyone always has, like, when they're younger, always has that thing of, like, oh, I want to make games.
No.
Yeah.
Why would
And
you
then-
ever want to do that?
Well, not
Well-
everyone, but I feel like a lot of
Well,
lot
actually,
of people
I thought
started
about making
like,
a Lego.
tech-
I thought that would be cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like, everyone's
Making a
like,
Lego game? What would it be? Like, what would it be themed around?
I had no idea. I was
Like
ooh,
Lego
what-
Harry Potter and like Lego like Indiana
no.
Jones.
But, like, I think everyone,
Would it be?
I think a lot of people have the inclination of, like, I want to make a game when I'm older, and then you get older, and it's like,
Get older, you're
oh
like,
wait, making games is
Hard.
really
It's hard.
hard,
incredibly hard.
and it
Yeah.
requires a
It's a lot
lot
of
of
time.
money and time, and you usually don't make much money off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the less money you put in, the bigger the profit. So.
Unless
yeah,
it does,
you would,
unless
like-
you put so little money that it's bad and it doesn't sell well.
Yeah.
Seb.
Oh, yeah, but like you need to find that balance of like you put $0 into a game and you just make money.
You
That's
put
all
$0 into a game and it's not a game.
Unless you have like people doing it for free.
Yeah, unless you have like
Like a passion project.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you could just do it
Um,
all yourself. do everything.
Yeah, but that takes years.
That takes time. Time is money, Seb, and that takes time because you could be
Well, if you
working
were
a
to-
job where you're making money instead.
Well, I
Get a
mean, what if you still
Patreon
work a
and
job?
Get a
lot of people.
Patreon or a
Yeah.
a
Kickstarter.
big fan
Totally.
base.
Yeah. Kickstarter games don't tend to go well.
I don't think that's true. Undertale was a Kickstarter game, and that went pretty well.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
that's the
You found the
exception.
you found the exception, not the standard.
Okay. Let me.
Oh, look at this. You said it wouldn't, or you wouldn't like it if it devolved into an argument.
Yes, but now it's an
Argument.
argument.
You said it'd be an argument between me and you.
Yeah, not between me and you.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a
Oh, yeah.
stereotype,
I mean,
Kickstarters don't
it
go
sort
well.
of depends. Shenmue 3 was a Kickstarter game.
What is
I don't know what
that?
it is.
A very
Hmm.
bad game.
Well, no,
Oh,
most Kickstarter games are overfunded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Well, any successful ones, but I don't know. There are a lot of like Kickstarter games that are good. Sunless Sea and
yeah.
Sunless Skies are Kickstarter games.
They were
Mhm.
Kickstarter games. We
Yes.
should do Sunless Steel one day. You know.
No.
Beer.
No one knows what you're talking about.
System Shock was a Kickstarter game. So System Shock, which eventually turned into BioShock.
Well, no, that's like the original System Shock. The original
Yeah.
System Shock is like really old. I'm pretty sure that came out before Kickstarter was a thing. That was like the System Shock is like really old.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know.
I'm saying I think the Kickstarter was like a redo of it.
It might be. I don't know.
Anyway,
Rock
this
is
is,
a Kickstarter game. It's a AAA title.
I don't know.
So-
I think Ultimate Chicken Horse was a Kickstarter game.
That was a
Really?
Kickstarter.
but
That's
Yes.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that
I think it. I think it
works.
depends. I
It's a
think it
horrible game.
depends
What? No.
more on the development team than it just being a Kickstarter game. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
there are certain.
Well, I think it's just a stereotype that they like don't tend to
Don't
go
do well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there is also evidence to back that up. Like,
Yeah.
it's not because then developers get lazy with all like the extra money, or they try and like add too much.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the timestamp,
Topic.
Samir?
Yes.
Good thing. I
40.
think it's about time to start wrapping up this episode.
Really?
It
It feels like we just
Yeah.
started.
I know, right? Time flies by.
Yeah, I
So,
guess
Why do you always talk like that when you're like you have like a host persona
you do.
that you use
Just
whenever
talk
you're
normally.
yes,
like I'm talking
you
normally.
change your voice
I'm pretty sure I'm
like whenever
talking
you're
normally.
announcing it, you make your voice really
Yeah.
deep.
You
Yeah,
go
you-
like,
Fake the
Comment
deepness
down
of your
below if you
voice.
think I'm changing my voice.
alright,
No.
just okay,
Well-
just go.
Podcast, bro.
Well, for everyone listening, thank you so much for listening to this episode. Make sure to
Yeah.
Thank you.
check out any of the other episodes.
Subscribe.
You guys have been great. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Goodbye.